Today we will be talking about the Konica Hexanon AR mount 200mm F3.5 lens. You see it here pictured attached to a Sony a6000 body. This lens came in different versions. Initially there was the Konica's earlier F mount, not related to the Nikon F mount, and more recently there was the Konica AR mount, these Hexanon lenses, and the more recent mount had the 5 elements in 4 groups, whereas the earlier had 5 elements in 5 groups. This is a big and heavy lens at around 850 grams, and this is its biggest downside, although in video applications some additional weight can add some stability. Relative to other 200mm of its era, and relative to the Konica Hexanon 200mm F4, it is a sharp and good performing lens. Of course, compared to modern lenses, you will see lower contrast and more chromatic aberration. It definitely beats the Konica 200mm F4, except in size and weight. And here is a test chart from an old magazine that compares this lens to 4 others, including the Canon FD 200mm F4. You can see from the numerical ratings that the Konica lens beats all other 3 lenses tested here. And the main thing I want to say about this lens is that for its era, it's better than average, and it's usable wide open with some caveats. It's more than sharp enough, especially for video, but there is chromatic aberration wide open, better than its peers from the era, but it's still there and can still be a problem. The improvement in stopping down may not be as much as you'd expect, because a lot of the sharpness is present from the start. And here are some pictures at this lens taken at its different apertures. f3.5, halfway between 3.5 and 5.6, 5.6, halfway 5.6 and 8, f8, halfway f8 and 11, f11, halfway f11 and f16, and f16. Now I'm going to play some more clips shot wide open and conclude my thoughts with this lens. I wanted to point out that the focus ring does move as you focus, so it won't work with a follow focus unit. My version has a built-in lens hood. I don't recommend this lens for photography, not because it isn't sharp enough, but there are just better options on the autofocus side and smaller and lighter options on the manual focus side. For videography, I do recommend this lens if you're going for a vintage look, and especially if you're completing a Konica Hexanon set of cine lenses. The Hexanons are underrated when it comes to vintage lenses adapted to mirrorless for video. And that concludes this review. Thanks for watching.